You're on the Movie Girl channel. Today I'm going to tell you about the film 12 Feet Deep. Give me a like now and let's get started. The main character, Bree, is enjoying a swim. She only stops to check her blood sugar. The girl takes off her engagement ring and returns to the pool. Meanwhile, the pool attendant is putting up a notice, pool closing for extended holiday. Bree's sister Yona has also arrived at the pool. She changes into a swimsuit and joins her sister. It's her first training session in a long time. She's been in rehab, but she's been clean for 3.5 months. The girls decide to swim against each other. The last one pays for lunch. Meanwhile, the cleaning lady searches the purse left in the changing room and takes the money. She is caught by the pool attendant. He's disappointed because the woman has already been in trouble with the law. She's on probation. The woman has to find a new job. Soon, the manager tells the girls to get out of the water. We're closing, but the pool is open until 7 p.m., right? In honor of the holidays, the man closes the pool early. When the girls are out of the water, Bree goes to show off her engagement ring. Suddenly, she realizes it's gone from her handbag. The pool manager is about to leave, so he rushes the girls out again. Yona looks into the depths of the pool. There seems to be something at the bottom. She notices the glint of a wedding ring by the drain hole. Bree doesn't hesitate to dive for her treasure. It's in the deep end of the pool. The ring is stuck in the drain grate and Bree can't get it out. Jonah jumps in to help his sister. The manager escorts the last guests out. When he returns, the pool is finally empty. But the girls have a problem in the deep end. Jonah's hair is being sucked into the drain. At the push of a button, the man activates the mechanism. The pool cover slowly closes. Bree realizes something is wrong, but her sister needs help. With a strong tug, she manages to pull her hair out of the drain. It's time to surface. But the pool cover is already in place, and the manager has closed the door and quietly gone home on holiday. The girls swear now they're stuck in the pool, and they still can't get the ring out. They need to get noticed. The sisters bang on the surface and shout at the top of their lungs, but nothing seems to be heard. It soon becomes clear. The pool is closed for the holidays. No one would come. They promise to kick the manager when they get out. But how? Angry, Jonah tries to puncture the pavement with his bare hands. But it's no use. What if they swim to the other end and push back the curtain? The girls push against the ceiling, but it doesn't work. The fiberglass is too hard. Then the sisters decide to check every nook and cranny for a weak spot, and Jonah finds a hole, but she can only get her finger through. It's just an anti-condensation hole. All Bree finds is a forgotten swimsuit and a piece of plastic flap. The girl breaks the plastic in half, hoping to cut through the cover. She puts the scrap into the hole and tries to widen it, but it doesn't work. Jonah realizes that her life is in danger. Hunger, cold, and nothing but water. At least they'll be safe from the sharks. Bree thinks about David, her fiancé. He's sure to notice her disappearance and call the police. Yona blames her sister. The girl has just come out of rehab and needs help, and Bree has moved in with her boyfriend and brags about her perfect life and her giant diamond. Bree is shocked. Maybe her jealous sister saw the ring in her bag and deliberately threw it in the pool. What a naughty girl. The girls don't even want to see each other. Bree dives back in for the treasure. She finally manages to retrieve the ring. Bree offers to make up. The two of them can rip out the drain grate, but her sister won't obey stupid orders. Suddenly the phone rings. Is it David? He's left a message. He has a meeting tonight, so he'll be home late. Relying on her own strength, Bree manages to loosen the drain grate, but suddenly she feels sick and rushes to the surface, but her sister doesn't need to know. Late at night, the pool lights go off on a timer. David calls again, but Bree doesn't care about the calls anymore. Even in the dark, her sister can see the bags under her eye. Bree admits that her sugar levels have dropped. She was diagnosed with diabetes 3 years ago. But why hasn't Bree told her sister? She needs to get the medicine out of her bag or she could go into a coma. But how are they going to do that? The girls don't know that there's a cleaning lady fiddling around in the tech room. Yona wonders about her sister's burns. At rehab, the counselor advised them to work through all their old psychological traumas. What happened that day? Dad was a monster, that's all. He came in drunk that night. He lit a cigar and fell asleep. The man was so drunk he didn't even notice the fire. Bree tried to shake him awake. That's how she got the burns on her hands. Suddenly, there was a clatter of buckets. The caretaker entered the room. She was attracted by the bell behind the podium. Is that a forgotten mobile phone? But there's a cry for help from behind. What are you doing there? The girls thank the woman for saving them. But first she takes the money from their bag. The thief is caught on security camera. She had to remove the evidence and turn off the equipment. The woman wants to call for help and asks for the phone code, 7,397. But she won't call anyone. The woman looks at the girls' private photos, then she listens to the fiancé's messages on the answering machine. The cleaning lady begins to piece together the puzzle of Bree's private life. Jonah shouts at the scammer, but she's not intimidated by the two helpless girls. She's been out of prison for 9 months and still can't find a decent job. She's even been kicked out of the swimming pool. Now she can't pay her rent. And these bills? Now she can solve all her financial problems. Bree promises to help her, but the woman won't let her out without the credit card code. Bree no longer believes the woman. So the woman turns off the water heater. It's cold now, and the girls will soon start to freeze. But all they have to do is give the credit card code. The sisters seem to have no choice. 6,530. The woman leaves, but she'll be back, won't she? Soon, the pool lid is covered in frost. The girls shiver in the cold water, and Bree's condition worsens. Jonah decides to take action. They need to rip off the filter grate. When Yona dives out of the water, she finds her sister unconscious and brings her back to her senses. The grate won't budge. Yona just has no faith in herself. After her father's violence, she feels helpless. Her last hope is to widen the hole, but someone is watching her outside. It's the cleaning lady who's come back. Why didn't Bree tell her there was only $80 in the account? The cleaning lady is furious. She's going to jail, all because of the girls. But Yona has a little surprise for the criminal and sharpens a piece of plastic. With a trembling voice, she lures the villain closer to the hole. The woman leans in with her ear and receives a powerful blow. The wounded woman is finally out of her mind. She promises that the girls will pay and presses the buttons on the console. What's that smell? Chlorine. The psychopath has turned on the purification system. The girls try to cover the nozzles with a cloth, but all they get is a fountain of chemicals in their faces. Bree faints, and her sister takes her to the hole to breathe. Jonah begs the woman's forgiveness. Common sense prevails, and the woman turns off the wash mode. But it's not free. The prisoners have one last possession, Bree's wedding ring, in exchange for freedom. Jonah begs to keep the ring. It's just another trick. But Bree is desperate to go home. She jumped into the pool for the ring, and now she gives it up to leave. The cleaning lady ran off to the pawn shop and did not return. Bree had given up hope, but suddenly something breaks the silence. It was the opening of the pool cover. A police siren was heard outside. The door to the room swung open. It's David. He has found his bride. The girl finds herself in the arms of her boyfriend. Now she is saved. But where is Yona? Has she gone down? And then Bree opened her eyes. It was only a dream, but Yona is really in danger. Desperately, she presses the sharp splinter to her neck. Yona doesn't want to suffer anymore. She thinks she's a burden to everyone, but that's not true. Bree needs her sister so much. They have to fight for their lives together, and Yona promises to do just that. The girls hug, but Bree is already at the end of her tether. Then Yona picks up a forgotten bathing suit and dives in again. The girl threads the fabric through the grate and rests her feet on the bottom. With her last ounce of strength, the girl rips out the grate. Yona finally believes in herself, but Bree didn't see it. Her face was already underwater. Her sister gives her CPR and begs her to wake up. She does. Then Jonah starts hitting the pool cover with the grate. A crack appears in the fiberglass. Jonah keeps hitting the same spot harder and harder. The cover can't take the pressure anymore and shatters. Without mercy, Jonah tears through the sharp debris. Then she pulls Bree out, but she's not breathing. Yona finds insulin in her bag and injects Bree, but she's still unconscious. Was it all for nothing? But when Yona looks up, she's terrified. The cleaning lady had a gun on her. She was afraid the sisters would come out and tell the truth. The woman was on guard to stop them. Yona begs to save the only value she has, her sister. The girl cries, and the woman hesitates to pull the trigger. She also gives back a wedding ring. Jonah calls the rescue team and lets the woman escape. Bree regains consciousness on a stretcher. She's glad that Yona made it. Bree has never doubted her sister. Now they're even. To make her happy, Jonah gives Bree her wedding ring, and to make me happy as well, just hit the subscribe button. Thank you.